Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm addressing you fresh graduates. Yes, you. So, what are your plans after you have graduated? Do you have any idea what you want to do? Do you have any clue whatsoever on what you're going to do as your career for the next 3 years? So before you think about any of those things, stop. As a fresh graduate, you are more than entitled to take a break. Pat yourself in the back for all the hard work, for almost 2 decades of studying. This is the finish line before you tackle the real working world. So, why take a break? Take a break to think about nothing else, to de-stress, to enjoy yourself, to relax, go for a vacation, go hiking, go hang out with your friends, or if you're antisocial, probably just lock yourself in a man cave, watch endless amount of YouTube videos, or probably just play video games all night long. The reason for this is you will never be able to get a break of this length ever again unless you decide to go for a different career in between jobs. Next, do your market research on the salary that you are looking for. Prepare your resume, or if you already have one, good on you. Just a few tweaks, minor updates will do the job. Me personally, I'm a hiring manager, and this day and age, I prefer resumes that are 1 page in length. No 2 pages, just 1, right? You will be saving your future employer countless of hours reading through dozens or probably even hundreds of potential candidates' resumes. So you have gotten your resume ready. So the next one is to apply for the job. Now there are many job search engines out there such as JobStreet, JobsTV, or you can personally search on a dedicated website for the corporation or the organization you're interested. Send them a personalized email and they would find it even more courteous to offer you an interview because you are more personalized and you are more targeted towards that organization. It also shows your interest to work with that company. So after you have done your research and you know what you want to ask for as your starting pay, be reasonable. Do not ask over 30% of what you might get. If your market salary says you're eligible for 3,000 ringgit, you might probably want to go up to 3,300. Don't go all the way to like 4 or 4.5k because that is way too extravagant. You as a fresh graduate do not have that kind of authority to demand a pay of such magnitude. And as a fresh graduate, your first 2 years of your career life would be to learn as much as you possibly can. Experience weighs more than money. So, you have gotten an interview. Good on you. Usually, when you have gotten an interview call, the HR will follow up with an email or any written text message saying to prepare such documents. Read through the article carefully and thoroughly, and always check the attachment portion of the email. I have once interviewed a candidate who missed out the attachment, which so happens to be the job application form, and she came to an interview empty-handed. As an interviewer, I find her very very bad at giving her first impression. So do not do this. Please be careful with what you read. Make sure you read everything to the letter, everything to the T, and check the attachment portion. Also, research the location of the interview. If you could, make a drive to the location probably 2 days or 3 days before, so you would know where the actual location of the company is, and to expect any traffic that might cause you to be late for the interview. And by the way, if you have any chance of being late for the interview, please notify your HR immediately. A late showing to an interview is way better than a no-show. A no-show in the working world is considered as a blacklist, and that company might never ever offer you a chance to interview ever again. So please show some respect to your interviewer. Also, while you are driving to your interview, practice talking, practice answering possible questions that the interviewer might ask, and always be early to your interview. Not on time, but early, probably 30 minutes earlier. Do some breathing exercise, calm yourself down. Interview can be very nerve-wracking, and once you have gone through numerous interviews, more than a dozen, you'll get used to it and you get the hang of it. So on the day of the interview, dress up. Dress to impress. Dress up as if you are going for a formal dinner or a wedding dinner. Dress up, put on a tie. Suits is not necessary in Malaysia, it's hot enough as it is. And if you are not giving the application form, fill it up immediately and get ready some original photographs of the passport size and attach it together with your job application form. Once you have gotten into the room with the interviewer, always shake his or her hand if allowed. Greet him or her the time of the day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and always establish eye contact. Be confident and use passive body language. Do not rotate your chair while you're interviewing. Do not lean on one side of the chair while interviewing, and only answer questions or ask questions when prompted. The mistakes I have with so many candidates is they do not ask questions when prompted. Ask about anything job related. Ask about what your career path is. Ask about what challenges that you might face for taking this task or this job. And always remember, do not interrupt the interviewer. This is the classic and most common sign of disrespect. Let the interviewer finish what he or she is trying to say, and only then you may be able to speak. Also, once you have questions, please ask. And the most probable questions that an employer might ask you is, what are your weaknesses and strengths? This is kind of like a trap question. So if you have no weaknesses but all the strengths, this is a bad sign. It technically says that you're perfect. You're probably like God level, which nobody really is. So probably have one strength and one weakness to balance it out. That will be the most ideal situation and answer to present to your interviewer. So after the interview, what should you do? You should send a thank you note by email or by text to the HR department, and always follow up with the status of your application, but not too soon, probably 1 or 2 weeks after you have attended the interview. So if let's say 1 or 2 months has passed and you do not receive any feedback from the HR or the company, it's pretty safe to conclude that you did not get the job. But it's okay, fret not. Interview itself is an experience that everyone should go through. The more interview you have done or you have gone through, the better your chances will be to securing your next job. So interview itself is an experience. It is a priceless experience that is worth way more than any money you can possibly get. So with that said, I hope these tips finds their way to you in a helpful manner, and do feel free to comment down below on any other questions that you have that I will try to answer. And also like, share and subscribe this channel and ring the notification bell to not miss any of the future videos. See you in the next one. Take care.